Hello, this is my video explaining what Lewis Hamilton did to Nico Rosberg at Suzuka, and what happens at some point in pretty much every motor race is not against the rules. Here's the rule in question, which I copied and pasted directly from the latest version of the sporting regulations on the FIA website. Please note the use of the word crowding. Here's a definition of crowding. To crowd, to force by pressing or shoving. Okay, here we have a generic corner. The car on the left has tried to get around the outside of the car on the right, but on corner exit is only halfway along the other car. The cars have cleared the apex and are starting to straighten the steering out. As you can see, the overtaker is pointing here, and the overtakee is pointing here. The area where the overtakee will hit the curbs is around here somewhere off screen. You can see that this point is further to the right of where the cars are pointing, because the steering wheels are still angled to the right to make the turn. So, my question is, how can the overtakee be forcing by pressing or shoving the overtaker off the track when in fact he is steering away from him? The overtaker is steering towards the overtakee, not the other way around. Even if both drivers are steering straight, then they are not pushing or pressing each other. I agree that the overtaker is forced off the track, but not by being pressed or shoved, but by being blocked from taking the tight line that he needs to stay on track. And, as we saw earlier, there is no mention of blocking in the rule. What some seem to be suggesting is that this car can force this car off its chosen line so it can turn tighter to make the corner, even though it's behind. No racing driver anywhere is going to let the driver behind dictate his line. The car in front gets to choose. If the overtaker has managed to get in front like this, then of course he can dictate his own line and steer tighter to make the corner. Here's the rule again. Let's look at the section in bold. The use of the word other implies that crowding is an abnormal change of direction. If it doesn't imply this, then why is it in the sentence? Look at this sentence. I could fly into France or any other European nation. It implies that France is a European nation. I could choose to fly into it, or any of the other countries that make up Europe. If I change the word France to Morocco, the sentence doesn't make sense because Morocco is in Africa, not Europe. So, when drivers hang each other out to dry, have they made an abnormal change of direction? No. They are taking their usual line. If one turned hard left on the exit of a right-hand corner to force another driver off track, then that would be against the rules. So, to conclude, this rule means that a driver is not allowed to press or shove another driver off track, not block, push, by a manoeuvre which is an abnormal change of direction. I know lots of fans out there dislike hanging out to dry, but I've shown in this video that it is not contrary to Article 20.5 of the sporting regs. Some of you will now be saying it's just my interpretation of the rule. That may be so, but until the rule is verified, or there is a precedent set in a test case, then this interpretation carries just as much weight as any other interpretation which is based on the fact. In fact, because hanging out to dry does happen at pretty much every motor race, and as far as I know has never been punished, the precedent has already been set, and my interpretation stands. Thank you. Bye.